Good morning or afternoon or evening, folks. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. You saw the title. I'm doing a gift request, and I'm looking forward to this for a couple reasons. Well, firstly, I never even heard of this artist. I've been working on the pronunciation of his first name, and I don't know if it would be Slaid or Sled, but Cleaves. Okay, so I'm going to say, and if you were to ask somebody, Slaid Cleaves, what genre of music do you think he does? He'd be like, classical? No. Jazz? Probably not. Anyway, most folks I think would say country. Anyhow, Horses is the name of the song. And it was requested by Eric Dean, who made a gift to the channel. Eric, shout out to you. And I want to read what Eric said because it was very, very sweet. It was very nice, very thoughtful. He said, "Hey Don, been watching your channel off and on for about 3 years. Always loved the content and really enjoyed hearing your response to new artists and analyzing lines. I've wanted to send a request for a while, and after continuing to see others send along artists I had in mind," meaning Eric, such as, example, Parker Millsap, John Bauman, Roger Krieger, Bart Crow, and I figured I finally needed to get around to it, plus wanted to help support the channel after watching for so long. Thank you, Eric. That was just beautiful. I love reading that. It's very much appreciated. I can tell you, it's not lost to me. It's just thank you. So I'm going to do this, though. I'm curious to see where the song goes with, I hope I'm saying his name. It's either Sled or Slaid Cleaves. Okay, so here we go.
I met Willie by the still, he was brewing a batch. He had a short cigar and one last match. He was telling me about his latest troubles with the government. He had child support and alimony. He was looking depressed and kinda lonely, just trying to figure out where all his hard-earned money went. Well, I'll be go to hell, he said, I got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Well, I said, Willie, that sounds like a song.
Wait, he tied divorces into it. That was good that they didn't include that in the title. It was just horses. Then it goes horses and divorces. I don't know if that's better marketing or better songwriting. I don't know all that end of it, but that's really good that they left the "and divorces" off the title because you had the surprise.
He said, son, you know you may not be all wrong. Could you give me a little piece of the pie if you make it a hit? I got a 51 Ford I'd like to fix up.
I like the way he's singing it.
2 sick ponies and 1 sick pup. And my 3rd wife's coming today to take my TV set. Well, I'll be go to hell, he said, I got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Oh,
Horses are expensive. That's good. That is good. I don't know if that's picking or strumming. It's picking, I guess. It's good.
God bless poor old Willie McCann. You know he's always been a good, hard-working man. He bought me a beer last night down at the Lost and Found. He said the horses and women are fine, sure enough, but if you don't treat them right, things are gonna get rough. Believe me, I got these 4-year marriages down. Well, I'll be go to hell, he said, I got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd have a lot more money, less gray hair. I might even be a millionaire. there. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Oh,
I can attest. Oh, that's a song right there. Eric, you nailed that one. I'd never even heard of him. And oh, that's a song. Every part, the instrumentation in that was brilliant. I was trying to figure out whether it was like a lap steel, a dobro, a steel, a slide. Like you guitar players will know in an instant what's what or close to it. But the instrumentation of this was really good. The drum, the way the drummer was doing his thing was just seemingly understated, but it kept the song moving right along. The lyrics, of course, were just true. I mean, divorces, that's just an expression. I mean, in my personal coaching or life coaching that I do, it's surely one of the expression. It's just like one of the best ways of going to the poorhouse is to get divorced. And just as an aside, that's one of the reasons why there's like a gap growing between the haves and the have-nots. It's not because the haves are squashing the have-nots. The have-nots, the out of wedlock marriage, the out of wedlock childbirth rate has gone up to something like 70% in among poor communities. And there you go. You have one income paying one rent instead of two incomes paying one rent, and there it is. But this but the horses part of it is classic. The I love the way he sang it, and he had a really good voice. But the yodeling when he brought that in, I was like, man, this song's got everything, and he did it well. And nothing he sang or said in this was overstated. None of it. He didn't try to sell a line. He didn't try to prove himself as a vocalist. He just stayed in that pocket the whole time, and that is the mark of professionalism. Sometimes, and if he's a new artist, brilliance, because that usually takes time to figure out, not to overdo with the emotion and try to sell what the song is about and draw people in. They'll be drawn in if you let them be drawn in instead of blow them back. He stayed in the pocket. Eric, yeah, and I don't know where I'm going to say it's Slaid is out of, but I couldn't even guess. He could be anywhere. He could. I mean, if I had to make a guess, I'd say Kentucky, but it could be Tennessee, it could be Texas somewhere, but it could be Mississippi. But I mean, I'm gonna say odds on for me is Kentucky, which of course means he's from Minnesota. But all right, I'm gonna rate this song. The number that popped into my head was a 9.4. That was really freaking good. And at one point I thought, wow, I wonder if he could get Jewel on this to yodel with him on it at some point. I mean, well, I love Jewel, so I mean, I'd love to see that, but they crushed it. So Eric, thank you, my friend. That was fan freaking tastic. You all can thank Eric Dean for that. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.